Astrology often gives us keys to understand the cosmic rhythms shaping our lives. Between June 15th and 18th, an exciting and potent astrological event is set to unfold, especially for those born under the sign of Aquarius. The asteroid Vesta is going direct after a retrograde phase, marking a cosmic reset that reopens doors that were once closed or seemed locked. For Aquarians, this is more than just an astrological shift. It is a chance to reclaim parts of your life, dreams or relationships that were destined to return. Whether you lost touch with a passion project, a loved one, or an inner calling, this period invites you to step back into those energies with clarity, renewed motivation, and cosmic support. In this article, we'll explore what this Vesta Direct means, why it matters especially for Aquarius, and how you can harness this celestial opening between June 15th and 18th to reclaim your power, purpose, and passion. Read on to understand this special cosmic moment and prepare to welcome what the universe has patiently awaited for you to receive. In the world of astrology, not every game-changing force is a big planet like Saturn or Jupiter. Sometimes it's the smaller celestial bodies, like Vesta, that pack the most powerful punch. And if you're wondering why Vesta going direct between June 15th to 18th is such a big deal, you're about to find out. So, what exactly is Vesta? Vesta is an asteroid, but not just any asteroid. It's named after the Roman goddess of the hearth and sacred flame. In ancient times, the hearth was the center of the home, the place where warmth, light, and life came together. In astrology, Vesta represents your inner fire, your devotion, dedication, and sacred focus. It's about what you commit your heart and soul to, even when no one else is watching. When Vesta moves through the zodiac signs, it lights up a specific area of your life, showing you where to pour your passion, your energy, and your commitment. Retrograde versus direct. What's the difference? Sometimes planets and asteroids appear to move backward in the sky. This is called a retrograde, and while it's just an optical illusion, astrologers believe it marks an important inward shift. When Vesta is retrograde, your energy turns inward. You may question what you're committed to, feel unclear about your path, or struggle to stay inspired. When Vesta goes direct, like it will on June 15th, that fog lifts, the fire returns. You remember what truly matters, and you're ready to take action again. It's like reigniting a flame that almost went out. This moment is powerful. It's a chance to refocus your attention, rekindle a passion, or reconnect with something you thought you lost, especially if you've been drifting or doubting recently. Why it matters now. When Vesta turns direct, it doesn't just bring back your motivation, it restores your sense of sacred purpose. And for signs like Aquarius, who are often focused on the bigger picture, this return of clarity and commitment is a major energetic gift. So if you've been feeling stuck, uninspired, or like your purpose was slipping through your fingers, take heart. Vesta Direct is your cosmic reminder that the fire within you is still burning strong, and now it's ready to light the way forward. If you're an Aquarius or have strong Aquarius energy in your chart, you may already be feeling something stirring inside, like a quiet flame ready to roar back to life. That's Vesta at work. Aquarius is an air sign ruled by both Uranus, the rebel planet of innovation and breakthroughs, and Saturn, the planet of discipline and long-term vision. It's a rare mix that gives Aquarius its edge, the ability to imagine the future and build it brick by brick. You're a natural visionary. You're passionate about making the world better, challenging outdated systems and standing up for what's right. But here's the thing, in chasing the big picture, Aquarians sometimes lose touch with their own personal fire, the things that matter just to you on a soul level. That's why Vesta going direct from June 15th to 18th is such a major moment for Aquarius, your inner flame reignited. When Vesta turns direct, it activates the part of you that's been on pause. Maybe it was a project you shelved, a relationship that faded, or a passion you tucked away while life got busy. Whatever it is, it's coming back around, not by accident, but because it's meant to. And unlike retrograde energy, which tends to stir up confusion or reflection, Vesta Direct brings clarity and momentum. It's not about thinking anymore, it's about doing. For Aquarius, this can feel like suddenly remembering a dream you used to chase and realizing it still matters. Feeling called to finish something you once started, and now have the courage to complete. Reconnecting with a part of yourself that felt lost in the noise of the world. This isn't just about external goals or group efforts. Vesta's message for Aquarius is personal. It's a nudge from the universe to come home to yourself, to remember what lights you up, to stop waiting for the right time and start honoring what's already inside you. Whatever returns now is sacred. It's not a random coincidence. It's a door reopening because you're finally ready to walk through it. So, if you've felt disconnected lately or like a part of you has gone quiet, know this, Vesta is lighting the way back to you. From June 15th to 18th, something special is happening in the sky. And Aquarius, you're right at the center of it. As Vesta turns direct, the universe opens doors that may have felt closed, lost, or simply out of reach for a while. But here's the thing, they were never gone for good. They were just waiting for the right moment to return. And that moment is now. 1. Reconnecting with your purpose. Have you been feeling a little out of sync lately? Like your motivation's been missing? Or your why has gone a little quiet? That's about to change. This 4-day window is your opportunity to reclaim a purpose or passion you may have drifted away from. Whether it's a career calling, a creative idea, or a deep desire you tucked away, this is the time to listen closely. Your inner fire is flickering back on. 2. Mending and restoring relationships. Aquarians are known for having a wide circle of friends and connections. But even the most social signs can lose touch with people who once mattered deeply. Between June 15th and 18th, don't be surprised if someone reappears, a friend, an old love, or even a family member, with the chance to reconnect. Whether it's through a message, a memory, or a moment of forgiveness, this window offers space for healing and heartfelt reconnection. 3. Creative breakthroughs. Aquarius, your mind never stops buzzing, but sometimes brilliant ideas get stuck in the pending folder. If you've had a creative project, business plan, or even a fun passion project on pause, Vesta's direct motion can reignite it. You may suddenly feel inspired again, find the missing piece you needed, or finally feel ready to start. Don't ignore those nudges. This is creative fuel being sent directly to you. 4. Spiritual realizations. Vesta isn't just about productivity, it also governs your spiritual flame. These few days are ripe for deep insight, clarity, or even emotional relief. You might have an aha moment about your path, feel closer to something divine, or find yourself pulled toward a practice. like meditation, journaling, or nature, that brings you peace. This is your chance to walk back through doors you thought had closed. Only now you're stronger, wiser, and more ready than ever. When the universe opens a door, it's up to you to walk through it. With Vesta going direct between June 15th to 18th, you've got a golden opportunity to bring something meaningful back into your life. But timing and mindset are everything. Here's how to make the most of this cosmic reset. Clear your mind and make space. Before June 15th rolls around, take some time to reflect. What in your life feels like it was left unfinished, forgotten, or pushed aside? Maybe it's a relationship that faded, a passion project that got lost in the shuffle, or a part of yourself you haven't honored in a while. Spend time journaling or simply sitting with your thoughts. Ask yourself, what still matters to me that I've put on hold? What would I love to see return? Creating space mentally and emotionally is like clearing out a closet. You're making room for something new or something deeply cherished to come back in. Powerful, clear intentions. Once you've got clarity, put it into words. Write down exactly what you want to reclaim. Be specific. The universe listens better when you're clear. Do you want to reconnect with someone? Restart a creative project? Return to a habit that made you feel alive and grounded? Writing it down sets the energy in motion. It becomes your personal declaration to the cosmos. Take action, June 15th to 18th. This is the big moment. Vesta goes direct, and that sacred inner flame is relit. Use these 4 days to take real-world steps towards your intentions. Send the message, open the file, make the phone call, apply for the thing you've been putting off. This is your green light. Don't wait for perfect conditions. Trust that movement creates momentum. Death. Open for signs. Aquarius is one of the most intuitive signs of the zodiac, even if your logic often leads. During this time, trust your gut and stay open to synchronicity. A song that reminds you of someone, a dream that feels oddly clear, a sudden chance encounter or opportunity. These are not coincidences, they're cosmic nudges. Vesta Direct energy isn't loud, but it's powerful. When you align with it, you tap into a sense of purpose that's personal, sacred, and deeply energizing. Astrology might feel abstract at times, but when Vesta turns direct, its impact can be very real, especially for Aquarians. Many people with strong Aquarius energy have experienced surprising breakthroughs, heart-deep reconnections, and creative awakenings when Vesta made this shift. Here are a few real-life examples of how this sacred flame brought meaningful change. The artist who picked up the brush again. An Aquarian painter who had once built a thriving career in the art world found themselves in a long creative drought. They hadn't touched a canvas in over 2 years. Life got busy, their confidence took a hit, and they quietly wondered if their artistic days were behind them. Then, during Vesta's direct phase, something shifted. A dream, a conversation, and a spontaneous trip to an art store sparked a return. That week, they painted again, not for a gallery, not for validation, but for the joy of it. And from there, inspiration flowed. Vesta's fire lit up what had gone dark. A social worker finds purpose. Again, another Aquarius, working in a non-profit sector, had been feeling burnt out and disconnected. The passion they once had for serving their community felt drained. During Vesta's retrograde, they had quietly stepped back from one of their favourite local outreach programs. But as Vesta turned direct, an opportunity came out of the blue. Someone from that very project reached out, inviting them to return. The timing felt perfect. They rejoined the team with fresh energy, new ideas, and a deeper appreciation for the work. What once felt like a chore became a calling again. Healing a friendship that felt lost. One Aquarian woman shared how Vesta Direct helped her rebuild a friendship that had been strained for years. She'd thought about reaching out many times, but something always held her back. When Vesta turned direct, she acted on impulse and sent a simple message, "Thinking of you." To her surprise, the other person responded warmly. That one message reopened a door that had seemed permanently shut, and now they talk weekly. These stories aren't just coincidences, they're reminders of what's possible when Vesta's sacred energy turns outward again. Vesta Direct is your cosmic second chance, not to go backward, but to pick back up what still matters. As Vesta turns direct from June 15th to 18th, the universe offers Aquarians a powerful chance to reignite what matters. But like any shift in energy, there are a few traps to avoid, especially if you want this return to feel aligned and sustainable. Here's what not to do during this sacred reset. 1. Rushing in without reflection. When the green light flashes, it's tempting to charge forward full speed. But Vesta's energy isn't about hustle, it's about sacred intention. Avoid the urge to rush back into something just because the door is open. Instead, move mindfully. Ask yourself, is this truly aligned with who I am now? Am I acting from inspiration or just from urgency? Progress is good, but forced progress can burn you out just as quickly as stagnation. 2. Ignoring your intuition. Aquarius, your mind is razor sharp, but don't let logic drown out your inner voice right now. Vesta deals with your sacred flame, your inner truth. If something feels off, don't ignore that nudge. Whether it's a person, a project, or a path, your gut will guide you better than any outside advice. Listen for the whisper before it becomes a shout. 3. Trying to recreate the past. Exactly, here's one of the biggest mistakes, trying to make things just like they were. Yes, Vesta Direct can bring people, dreams and goals back into your life, but they're not coming back to repeat the past. They're returning to evolve with you. Avoid clinging to old dynamics, outdated habits, or patterns that no longer serve you. What worked before might not fit your current life, and that's okay. This is about a new version of something familiar, not a rerun. Let it be a renewal, not a repeat. This energy is rich, deep, and sacred. Use it to restart what truly matters, but do it as the person you've become, not the one you used to be. Give yourself grace. Move with wisdom. Trust that what's meant to return will meet you where you are. And it will be better, not just because it's back, but because you're ready this time. The days between June 15th and 18th aren't just about rekindling old dreams. They're about realigning with the truest version of yourself. With Vesta turning direct, Aquarius, this is your chance to shift from surviving to thriving. This sacred asteroid represents your inner flame, the energy you dedicate to what truly matters. When Vesta goes direct, it's like flipping a spiritual switch. The fog lifts, the distractions fade, and suddenly your path feels clearer. Here's how this moment can mark deep personal growth. Let go of what drains you. Start by being honest about what's been sapping your energy. Maybe it's a toxic habit, a relationship that no longer inspires you, or even too much screen time. Vesta's direct motion encourages you to cut ties with what no longer feeds your fire, so you can focus on what does. Ask yourself, where do I feel constantly tired, resentful, or out of alignment? What can I release that's been weighing me down? Clearing this energetic clutter makes room for new, soul-fueled growth. Recommit to your well-being. Aquarians often focus so much on the collective good that they forget about their own self-care. But this Vesta phase is a reminder you can't pour from an empty cup. Whether it's your physical health, mental clarity, or spiritual grounding, now is the time to return to practices that nourish you. Reconnect with movement, walking, yoga, dancing, whatever feels good. Reset your mind, meditation, therapy, journaling, or time offline. Nourish your soul. Read what inspires you, spend time in nature, or just rest. This isn't selfish, it's sacred maintenance. Reclaim forgotten parts of yourself. Have you been playing small, hiding parts of your personality to fit in, shrinking your identity to avoid discomfort? Vesta Direct gives you full permission to step boldly into your wholeness. You might find yourself rediscovering a talent or passion you haven't expressed in years, speaking more authentically, even if it shakes things up, realizing you're allowed to evolve and still be loved. This is your chance to come home to yourself fully and unapologetically. You're not rebuilding the old version of your life. You're becoming someone stronger, wiser, and more aligned. Let your inner fire guide you forward. The transformation starts with one bold step, and it starts now. Aquarius, between June 15th and 18th, something special stirs in the cosmos. A door reopens. But this isn't just any door. It's the one you thought was shut for good, the one you may have stood before months ago, heart in hand, wondering if it would ever open again. Now, it does. As Vesta turns direct, your sacred flame is reignited. This isn't a spark that burns out quickly. It's a steady, soul-deep fire that reminds you who you are and why you're here. This phase is not about going back in time. It's about returning to something with new eyes, fresh strength, and a wiser heart. Whether it's a long-lost dream, a passion project, a purpose, or a part of yourself you've pushed aside, this is your moment to say yes. How you can embrace this return? Stay open. The universe may surprise you with what reappears. Trust your instincts. Your inner voice knows the way. Be intentional. Don't just fall back into old habits. Rise into evolved ones. Take action. Even a small step forward carries the energy of transformation. This is your time to reclaim, reconnect, and recommit. Whether it's your creativity, your health, your purpose, or your power, Vesta says it's not lost. It was simply waiting for the right time to return, and that time is now. Let this moment be your realignment. Let it be your yes. If this message resonated with you, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more astrology updates, spiritual guidance, and energy forecasts designed to support your personal journey. Let's keep growing, healing, and glowing together. Aquarius, your flame has always been there. Now let it light the way forward.